Hey guys, welcome back. So quick update here on Bitcoin Cash. But first, let me show you. I created yesterday a Twitter account. I was not on Twitter. So I created a Twitter account which is linked with this YouTube channel and my website and everything. It's called Dope Forever. As you can see here, my first tweet was 24 hours ago. So I have been sharing here some signals for Bitcoin Cash right before the breakout. Sharing some targets, and I have been doing a follow-up here on Twitter. So if you want to join, I mean, look at this, it worked perfect. I was expecting a nice breakout, very impulsive. It was very probable it was going to be there was going to be an impulsive movement. So yeah, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I have the account here. I have been getting a lot of requests from people to go on Twitter, so I'm finally here. Now I'm using this website coinx.com to chart every coin using Bitcoin Cash as the main pair. And the reason I want to share this is because I see Bitcoin Cash all across all the major coins. It just broke down. Any coin traded versus Bitcoin Cash just broke down, and it's setting up for more downside. So I'm expecting an impulsive movement in Bitcoin Cash that it's going to outperform very impulsively every other major coin. I have here the chart for Litecoin versus Bitcoin Cash. It broke down here a few days ago. These are the daily candles. So it broke down here like I don't know, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And we had this bearish cross here on the moving averages, and you would think that this is very overextended, and you would think that this is going to, bounce to at least 50% of this vertical movement, to have a little bit of a rebound. Well, I don't think so. All these coins are setting up for more continuation in the downside, and the longer they stay here, the bigger the movement down is going to be. I mean, according to technical analysis, of course, nothing is 100% guaranteed. But this is the example for Litecoin. Vertical movement down and continuation. If we look at other coins when traded versus Bitcoin Cash, for example, EOS, every other major coin, guys, I think this is going to explode. EOS broke down as well. It started to go down a lot versus Bitcoin Cash. I remember I was looking at I've been monitoring this for the past few days. EOS was bouncing very hard here on the 50-day moving average. And this candle, this long red candle you see here, it was a green candle all the way up here. So I thought, okay, well, maybe EOS will actually, rebound because EOS is looking very strong. But look at what happened one day after, all the way down, closing on a huge red candle and continuing down. It's being supported by the 50-day moving average, but it's looking less and less like it's going to hold. And if this one doesn't hold, expect a movement down. It doesn't mean EOS or any other major coin, it doesn't mean they're not gonna do well when traded versus the US dollar, for example, or even versus BTC. But when traded versus Bitcoin Cash, it seems Bitcoin Cash is going to outperform everything like very impulsively. Here we have the BTC versus BCH. Let me show you. This is what I meant before when I was showing the Litecoin chart. Vertical movement down and continuation. When you see a vertical movement and continuation, like sideways movement for several days, it means it cannot bounce. There's no strength to bounce. It's just setting up for another breakdown, and this one just broke down. So BTC versus BCH, it just broke down. That for second time here, it broke down the first time, continuation, but it cannot even bounce. That's how strong Bitcoin Cash is at this moment, and it's just breaking down. So expect another movement down here. Dash. This is Dash versus BCH. Daily candles again. The same thing, breakdown, vertical movement, continuation, and this one couldn't even hold it any longer, and it's breaking down. So I expect this pattern all across the different major coins when traded with against Bitcoin Cash. if you remember, Litecoin is the first chart I showed in the beginning of the video. It was vertical movement down, and it's just still going sideways. It didn't break down, but I expect this to happen as well with Litecoin anytime soon. With Litecoin and any other coin. Let's see, Ethereum Classic. This is Ethereum Classic versus Bitcoin Cash. The same. Vertical movement down. It cannot even bounce when it's breaking back down again. So everything is breaking down versus Bitcoin Cash. And I expect this to continue for, you know, for the next medium to longer term. Let's see. OMG. There's a crazy candle here. But let me just move this. What do we have here? Same thing. Look at this. It just broke major support here. You see? This is major support. So vertical movement down, continuation, and down. It just broke this very significant support. So expect this to just fall vertically here. And everything is gonna fall vertical against Bitcoin Cash. So this is the reason why, since I exited that EOS position, if you remember, like a couple of weeks ago, I gave a signal. We can probably see it here on premium market updates. I did this signal for EOS. It was a very quick trade. It was like only 3 days, and it was a 60% gain. Here it is. So this was a signal, the 22nd of April. I showed this cap and handle. It did break in the upside, so we entered the trade, and in 3 days we had a 60% gain. That was amazing. So with these quick gains, what I did, I've been sharing this with members. I put all my gains. I exited first into Ethereum, but then next day I saw signs that Bitcoin Cash was going to outperform Ethereum as well. So I put 90% of these gains from EOS into Bitcoin Cash. I only left a little bit into Ethereum, like 10% of those gains. But for the past probably week or so, for the past week, after I saw Bitcoin Cash couldn't even retrace here, because I was giving some signals for a retracement to enter on the dip. After I saw this a few days here, it couldn't even retrace. I started putting any other coin I had, I exchanged it for Bitcoin Cash. I have been doing this, since I think for the past 7 days when it was down here, it couldn't retrace. So observing all these charts, all these different coins when traded versus Bitcoin Cash, and it looks like Bitcoin Cash is just going to moon, and it's gonna leave everyone else behind. So just a heads up here, guys, to, this is not recommendation or advice, but at least look at the charts yourself and think about maybe you want to reposition, because it's not late. People would think that this is very extended, but I don't think we even saw FOMO in Bitcoin Cash yet. I think FOMO hasn't kicked in here yet. We had all these days of sideways movement, and we are only breaking out of this. So myself, I have been repositioning since we were here. Of course, everybody knows I've been accumulating in the lows and even in the dips since forever. But since we were here and we couldn't even retrace, I started repositioning. Everything I earned in the form of any other crypto, I converted into Bitcoin Cash. I was saying, I don't think we've seen FOMO kick in for Bitcoin Cash yet. When FOMO kicks in, watch out for that. So guys, I'm gonna leave the video here. I hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching and good luck. Bye.